Up next, wanted to share with you all of that talk around Disney Parks Chairman Josh D'Amaro. He continues to beat the drum of growth for the Disneyland Resort and all the expansion talk. We've beat that drum here, more so about the fact that he keeps teasing all of these things as we go. But Tyler, we keep hearing about all this room they have to grow in Anaheim. I guess when and where do you think the growth will start first? We got a map here, too, of the greater Anaheim resort area. So you can kind of see some of the spaces, but where are we going to go first?
It's kind of hard to say. I kind of feel like when they say, like, oh, we could build another Disneyland right now. It's like, I don't know if that's necessarily true. I feel like I think it's a little bit of hyperbole because I think they have a lot of square footage. I think that's true. But I don't know if they have a lot of square footage all in the one place that would actually be able to like hold a whole new theme park right now. I believe that they've been on the warpath for years to try and make this space, because if they were to get rid of all of Toy Story parking, that's a pretty huge space, but it still doesn't seem quite big enough to build like its own theme park. I feel like maybe they start taking away the garden walk right across the street from the parking lot. And if Disney could get their hands on garden walk, then we have kind of this L shape leading down to California Adventure. And then Disney just kind of claims that whole section right there.
I'm telling you, man, it's the missing link. I've gone on this before, where Garden Walk is the holdout to connect everything.
Yeah.
And if they can buy it now when it's at its lowest, get it now.
Yeah, I don't know why they haven't bought it yet, because they know they need it. Like, it's kind of like, maybe that's part of the plan though, because they're saying they're about to spend so much money on the parks over the next 10 years. So if that's the case, then maybe this is going to be one of those things they decide, hey, we just need to buy this thing, because I mean, I don't know what the other plan could be. There's no other way to expand unless they take over Garden Walk, I feel. So that seems like their biggest hurdle at this moment is taking over Garden Walk, and then kind of there's like a couple hotels right next to Garden Walk that kind of go up harbor a little bit, and I feel like at least get them on board to help Disney filter people through there, because once they get that spot, that's going to be it. And then to top it off, we already know about like Disneyland Forward. They're definitely going to build more theme park over by the Pixar place, and those hotels, those parking lots that are right behind that hotel, those are definitely going to be expansions for the current theme park. So I think in the next 10 years there will be a huge amount of movement here, and
we're gonna do with downtown Disney parking. I mean, I guess if they take over the Garden Walk, I think
the thing they're going to have to do is just build up again. I think they're just going to have to build another parking structure. So eventually, I don't know, maybe where Pumbaa is, their Pumbaa lot is kind of over by Garden Walk in a way. It's on harbor. It's almost on harbor. It's basically on harbor, and it's where Cast parks right now. And I could see them building a big parking structure there.
Remember, that was in the plans.
Yeah.
For that, they called it the gateway, the Southern Gateway, I guess is what they were referring to it as. Originally planned for that spot was going to be like an 8-level parking garage, remember, and then the bridge that was going to go over harbor. That got stopped by all the local businesses saying, you're going to take everybody off of harbor, but what about us? And then that halted everything. So I think you're right. I think that parking garage is going to be necessary in order for everything else that they're going to be building on the opposite side of the resort. So yeah, lots to still come. What direction first do you think they're going to go?
I mean, are we talking about where would they go to build a brand new theme park, or where are they just going for expansion?
Well, I would imagine they're going to do this in segments.
Yeah.
Right? So they're going to probably
expand or buy.
I don't think they're going to build a new park.
So expansion is what we're thinking is going to happen first, right? So I mean, I think expansion is going to go behind Pixar Place before anywhere else. I think that's
Simba.
Yeah, the first place where they're going to just start really building onto the theme park, and then on top of that, you can really get it's like another advantage for the hotel guests, it's another reason to charge more money to stay at their hotel, because then you have another direct entrance. You can just tell people there's a direct entrance into, like, let's just say they build an Avatar Pandora there, you know, directly into Pandora, and people be like, ooh, Pandora, you know, oh dang, that's an expensive hotel, but we get to walk directly into Pandora. There's blue people there, so you know,
definitely a California adventure.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
So you know, I think there's a lot of reasons why they would want the theme park to be enveloping their hotels, because they've realized, especially in Florida, let's be real, if you think about the pricing of the hotels in Florida, the only reason that like the Polynesian is so much more expensive than, let's say, even the Grandestino Tower is just the pricing, is just the proximity to the theme parks.
That's it's the first rule of real estate. Location, location.
There you go. So I mean, what you're paying for is not having to get on a bus to get to Magic Kingdom. That's what you're paying for. That's especially with these new like upgrades they've done to the hotel rooms. They're exactly the same. The Grandestino hotel rooms are exactly the same as the Polynesian hotel rooms. They really are. It's just different art. It's just different art. So, you know, at the end of the day, they realize if we have hotels enveloped by theme parks, we can make more money. It's a whole science they've kind of worked out. They have this perceived value based on proximity. So
what a science.
I know. And the rooms aren't even worth the price, so that sucks.
Many are not. That's for sure.
Especially Pixar Place. They're going to jack up that rate, probably minimum $500 a night. And then everything else is going to be like $8 and then $1,000.
And that's the value hotel, Garrett.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was taken over from another hotel, and it still smells like smoke. I don't care how many wallpapers you put up, you'll still smell it.
That's the value hotel for if you're only making small six figures.
Right, yeah.
High end is when you're making seven figures. For me, I'll stay across the street at the Westin or Marriott or some other hotel nearby where I know the service will be just as good.
Motor Lodge?
Granted, I may not have, immediate park access, but I can just, take a little walk, take in some of the beautiful sights.
Yep. And honestly, the Westin has really great breakfast. I'm not going to lie.
I will save, I can spend on merchandise, food,
lightsaber.
Drink,
lightsaber,
Yes, a lightsaber, or a banshee. They'll probably sell actual living banshees that I can fly on.
Living ones.
Whoa.
Wow, yeah.
How are you going to get that through the airport?
Exactly. No airport needed. I'm saving even more money, but I have my own Ecron, and Tyler as CEO is going to get it done. So I wish you luck.
Thank you. I'm going to need it after that.
Pressure.
Proclamation.
Yeah.
And fly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Good for you. You're going to have a great time, bud. There you go. Clap away. Will you let us know, where is Disneyland going to grow first? They keep beating the drum of growth and expansion. Josh D'Amaro keeps saying, we are going to build and build and build, and don't you worry, all this money is coming, and we are going to expand like crazy. We've got room for another Disneyland, even in Anaheim. Where are they growing first? You let us know in the comments.